I think Love Bank can't be embodied with simple words. Love Bank is a feeling, or as the young people say, it's a vibe. Love Bank is double dutch and art parties in the middle of 107-degree temperatures in the summer. Love Bank is community gatherings and memorials for the memories of our lost little brothers and sisters. Love Bank is block parties and community engagement sessions and art making and pop-up food trucks and festivals. Love Bank is the feeling that you have when you think about your carefree days as a young person before adulting and life responsibilities and teenage angst and messy political discourse. Love Bank is community. Love Bank's origin story can be different depending on who you ask. I think the through line and the end point are all the same. Basketball hoop, somebody had resources, and the hoop got put up. And thus, I think Love Bank was born.
It was a project and a culmination of a community-led effort by many people, but also Will Porter, who did the day-to-day groundwork, engaging with the community, engaging with the youth, and recognizing that we as a business corridor commercial district needed a safe and fun space for the kids around the neighborhood.
The first time I actually realized that Love Bank Park was gonna be a thing. It wasn't called Love Bank Park at that time. Me and a couple friends were headed out of town to do a poetry event, and Will Porter, he was outside. He was just raking and cleaning up the leaves. It looked haunted in the daytime. And we got an hour that we can help, so we pull over. I go over, help him cut some tree limbs down, take some bags of trash over, and slowly it became something light, joyful, that the street needed.
Almost like a place where we can just be kids, and especially because it's like on like the busy corner of like Cherokee and Nebraska, so it's like there are a lot of cars, but also like that's good. So it's like a lot of people will be like, oh, there's a little park over there, they got basketball, they got park benches, all this stuff going on.
It gives us places to go that we can get us, like, we can play basketball and make new friends, talk to people, and all other sorts of things.
Folks are always down here, and so the more that we can offer in our community, the better our neighborhood's gonna be.
Love Bank Park just has so much potential. It's a gathering place for the community and residents and business owners.
I think that Love Bank in its current state has proven that it is needed. Folks definitely utilize the space in the barest way that it's set up currently. And I think that being able to deepen the offerings with the new park design just sort of strengthens what people already use that space for.
I'm Renee Compadre. I'm the principal at Art Globe Studio, landscape architects, urban designers, and public artists. When we were asked to come up with a design for Love Bank Park, we were really excited. Like this is sort of the dream project. This is why we want to be landscape architects, is create spaces for communities to bring people together. And so we came up with this idea of the Venn diagram, a diagram that takes a lot of disparate ideas and tries to find areas of commonality. And that translated itself into a park design. And so we're thinking that, the plaza function, the public gathering, the passive gathering, all towards the front of the park on Cherokee. And then the other main function, kind of the basketball play area, located a little bit more towards the back where a basketball can't fly out into a street and cause any problems. So this was an idea of kind of bringing these two central uses together and tying them also together with plantings and vegetation. So the entire park was designed to be pervious. which in a city like St. Louis that's on the river is a really kind of cool and exciting thing, because like this park is going to capture not only its stormwater, but some of the stormwater of the surrounding streets, capture it and then kind of sustainably manage it, allow it to permeate back into the ground. The park can completely transform. So we know Cherokee shuts down some of its streets and puts up stages, but this can be a new place for some of those activities. So you can set up a stage, and now there's an idea of a new building that might occupy this area over here.
I feel that it's going to be a welcoming space for artists, entertainers, and business owners to come and share their talents and share ideas.
I think it should be a prototype for little pocket parks across the city. Wouldn't that be cool?
Love Bank Park is the first time that I ever seen the rundown turn into the community space, like up close and personal. And I hope that, you know, that future generation doesn't have to see that rundown. They can just continue to build on the foundation that's been given to them.
So supporting this space is less about building up or supporting the built environment, the asphalt and the grass and the fence. And it's really more about supporting the community and saying, this idea that came from these young people through this business owner, collaborated with these other people in the neighborhood, grown and supported by the community. We see that, we honor that, and we want to do what we can to uplift that. It represents collaboration and collectivity and listening to what people say that they want in the place where they live and work and thrive and raise children.
It's good because it's like a place that children created, and it's for everybody.